everybody. Wait, let me. There we go. Hello everyone, my name is Rihanna Agatha Pangilian. I'm 27 years old and I'm hoping to represent once again my hometown, Pasig City. So aside from being a model and a professional host, I am now, a licensed professional teacher. Kinakabahan pa rin po ako, no? Alright, so aside from being a model and a licensed professional teacher, I'm also now an events host and a travel show host. So I'm very excited for you guys to witness this. Actually, I've been part of a travel show. We're currently still shooting them, but it's very educational. And we will be airing this next year, so I'm excited for you guys to see that. Also, I am more actively involved in empowering the youth through my volunteer work in this program called #NotAlone. And lastly, I'm also your Miss World Philippines 2021 First Princess.
Hi.
Hi, Maria.
The tables have turned.
No,
Okay, Rihanna. It's very good to see you again. I can't tell you how many times we've
exchanged
our conversations, stood on stage together, shared heartbreaks, victories, lessons, so many things already. We're sisters. I want the world to know who you are now as well, because I've gotten to know this Rihanna. We met in 2016, but then we got to know each other so much more in the last 2 years. You were Miss World First Princess before, and I'm sure returning to this competition brings a lot of pressure onto your shoulders. But who is Rihanna now, and why should she be the next Miss World Philippines?
Thank you so much for that question, Maria. You might make me emotional, but Rihanna now has truly grown from the Rihanna who joined her first national pageant back in 2016. Back then I was 19. But what I am sure, ever since I've stepped foot in pageantry, I knew that my purpose should be bigger than my fears, than my dreams even. And so when I found out this platform, Miss World Philippines, I knew in my heart that this is the pageant for me because their heart is truly for the people and I resonate with that. My heart is really to empower the youth, empower the teachers, empower everyone actually, because I know that with the struggles and experiences that I face, I know that at least one person out there will be inspired and have that hope that they too can conquer the world. Thank you. Sorry.
Can I ask a follow-up?
Yes.
How are you different from the Rihanna that we saw last time you came to the Miss World Philippines stage?
Thank you. So last time that you saw me, I was pretty much still the same, I would say, in terms of my core values. But what changed now is that I'm more confident and comfortable in talking to people, relating to people. And I actually owe this to Mr. Arnold Vegafrio for really believing in my potential as an events host. I feel like that really helped me get out of my shell and just be comfortable holding the mic, speaking to a lot of people. And I guess at the end of the day, what I truly learned throughout my journey for 8 years now is that I really have to believe in myself, that I can do it too. If other girls out there can do it in their first, second, third try, there's no shame if I do it on my fourth, and hopefully this is it, you know? You can clinch the crown, not just here in Miss World Philippines, but hopefully Miss World too. Thank you.
Hi Rihanna, what do you think should be done? What efforts do you think should be done by the Philippines so that we can really move up more as being ahead in tourism in Southeast Asia since you traveled the Philippines? Ano yung kulang? Like what needs to be done? Because you know we seem to have everything, but our neighboring Southeast Asian countries have really moved ahead in terms of having tourist visitations.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Dayan. Honestly, I'm still in the process of really learning more of how we can improve our tourism. But I guess based from my own experience, I think one thing that we can do to uplift our tourism is to really take care of our natural resources, the areas, to really protect it and have a system that will really not just cater to tourists, but as well to the locals. That we as one nation, as one community, we will take part in making sure that these tourist spots are well protected and well preserved. Thank you.
Hi, Rihanna.
Hi, Gwen.
I feel so nostalgic being the one to judge you at the screening because we did go through full-on adventure with this 2021 with Tracy as well. And watching you grow over the years, it just inspired me so much because I as well, I joined Miss World Philippines twice. It will always have a special place in my heart. That's why I stuck to Miss World Philippines. And thank you to Sir Arnold for being an amazing mentor to us. Can you tell us more about your biwa? Because you were there when Gina Morley visited Erla, and you also hosted. Thank you so much for that. How does your biwa relate to you? How does it connect to you? How can you grow as a woman, but also showcase it to the world?
Thank you for asking that question. So my Beauty with a Purpose project is basically I volunteering in this program and also an NGO called #NotAlone. So basically we provide topics or sessions for the students nationwide. This is a youth-centered organization which aims to develop our students or our youth holistically, meaning emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And I can relate to this because myself have gone through bullying when I was younger. And right now, I am just grateful and honored to be able to be in the position where I will speak to the youth and inspire them and encourage them that they can overcome these problems like bullying, depression, anxiety. So mostly I talk about finding their real identity. And what's unique about #NotAlone as well is that we have breakout groups where each student can actually go to an ate or kuya and that they can process their problems and that they will truly feel like they are not alone. And lastly, we also cater to teachers and their parents because we truly believe that it takes a village to raise a child. So this program believes in that saying as well, and so we do our very best to be that person that this young person or young child can run to in times of troubles. Thank you.
Hello, Riri.
Hi, Tracy.
I can't help but ask a question. Welcome back to Miss World Philippines. I'm so happy to see you here. I'm so emotional right now seeing you right there, and I hope that it stands first. But my question for you is, I know we've talked a lot in the past, and we come from the same county, we have the same circle of friends, and I know that there were people telling you not to join again, mentors, friends, our group. I just want to know your thoughts. What do you say to yourself, or what do you even say to your detractors who do not believe that you could possibly be our next Miss World?
Thank you, Tracy. You're gonna make me cry. That is true. I have received so many comments from other people that I cannot do it, and for a long time, I doubted myself as well, and kind of like believe those comments and think that maybe it's not for me. But I guess what I tell myself is that your question is. Throughout those years of doubts and heartbreaks, not gonna lie, I always go back to my core or to my why. And I'm very grateful that I have a very strong support system my family, my friends, who would always keep me grounded and remind me why I joined my first national pageant in the first place. And that is really to just live out my purpose. And at the end of the day, my purpose is to love God and love others. So all I want to really represent here, I feel like I represent those people who felt underestimated and overlooked. But I stand here hoping to inspire them that trust the process. Growth isn't linear. Be patient with yourself and be humble enough to learn and realize that there's so much more to grow into. And while we're still living, while we are still breathing, we can still live out our purpose. And that is my main goal as I join again here in Miss World Philippines, is to really just live out my purpose. And I hope people will feel that from me. Thank you.
Thank you again, Miss Rihanna Pandia. Again, this is applicant number 2.
From Quezon Province. I am a woman of many dreams. Originally, my goal was to be the first doctor in the family, and so I really poured my heart and soul to studying, finishing my bachelor's degree or my pre-medical course as magna cum laude in UST. But life is indeed full of surprises. It's full of twists and turns. During my last year in college, I auditioned to be one of the courtside reporters for the UAAP season 84. It wasn't really part of the plan, but I guess my friends and my family really believed in my communication skills. And I guess a part of me, my adventurous and curious side, also wanted to try. And call it fate or luck, but without any experience, out of more than 300 applicants, I got the job. And currently, I am not practicing my registered pharmacist license. I also did not pursue my medical course, but I am with Signal TV as one of their talents. And I do courtside reporting for the MPBL, and I also host for the pregame, halftime, and postgame show of the PBA. That's it.
Hi Andrea, what do you think, is there any advantage you think for people, for women with sports or athletic backgrounds joining pageants?
I guess so, because one thing that I have learned working in the field of sports, hearing the stories of many athletes and a lot of the sports personalities, is that I can hear their stories. I can hear how inspiring they were, and I hope to share that to the world as well, because I believe that's my job as a sports reporter, to bridge people to the athletes or the sports personalities. And I hope that I could also bring that to the stage here in this world.
Quick follow-up, who would be your dream interview as a sports reporter?
Oh, for that, I have a lot, but for now, it's going to be, it's not gonna happen anymore because he's not here. It will be Michael Jordan because, of course, he is an icon. And many athletes look up to him, and I believe he's an inspiration to everybody. And if so, it happens. That's it.
Hi. So it says here that you're Miss Galaxy Philippines 2019.
Oh yes.
Oh, before I ask you about that, first I wanted to ask you. Okay, so I was a sports challenge winner of my batch. Are you? As somebody who is sporty, do you think that there's something that athleticism can contribute to Miss World as Beauty with a Purpose? Does it have anything to do with your Beauty with a Purpose?
Not really, but I hope that I could also bring that to Miss World, but my Beauty with a Purpose doesn't really revolve in that.
Okay. What's your sport?
Oh, I used to do badminton, I do golf now, and I also love weightlifting now.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
If you were given a choice, let's say if you were offered to represent the Philippines in the Olympics for badminton versus a chance to be Miss World, which one would you choose and why?
I would definitely choose
to compete as Miss World because number one, being an athlete is not really my goal, but sports reporting is. And number two, being a beauty queen has always been a dream to me. And then number three, I guess I have a purpose now of being a beauty queen that I want to show to the world. And I believe being a Miss World it is.
Okay, thank you for answering my question. Last but not least, Miss Galaxy Philippines 2019.
Yeah.
So this is a national title, right?
Yes, I got a national title before, that was pre-pandemic.
And did you compete internationally?
I wasn't able to compete because number one, the moment I won, the issue about COVID blew up and then everything stopped. I was supposed to compete last 2022, but the organization decided not to pursue it.
Okay. So, do you think that this would give you an edge over other competitors here in this world?
Not definitely an edge, but I believe that this will help me be more confident in this journey.
Okay, thank you, Andrea. Is there anyone else who would like to ask a question?
Hello.
Here.
Hello, Andrea.
Oh, hi.
So first of all, congratulations for bagging the job of a courtside reporter. I could really tell from how you speak, from how you sound, you definitely have the vibe of a courtside reporter. And so my question is, you mentioned that you were supposed to take up medicine, but you didn't pursue it for now. Do you have any plans on getting back to that field?
Actually, it was my parents who wanted me to become a doctor, but
Thank you. She's a big me.
my
She calls me
deal, should I say deal, with them is if I don't succeed in this industry or the chosen path that I want to take, then I will try my best to go back to medical school.
A follow-up question. What's your message for those people who are really torn on pursuing their professional career versus following what they truly love, say pageantry or the events industry?
Well, based on my experience, I really opted to go for what I really want. Because in life, it's yours to live. At the end of the day, it's your life. They're not the ones who will regret it if you're not going to pursue what you want. And I want to be 30, 40 years from now, I want to say that I tried. I want to tell myself that I made it. And that's it. You just have to be strong for what you really want.
Miss Andrea, I do have a question for you. How are you doing as well?
I'm feeling kind of nervous. I am not used to facing you so many times.
No need to be nervous. We're all friends here. Alright, so my question for you is actually about your living with a purpose. I would like to know about the cybercrime awareness. Since I consider violence when it comes to sports and reporting, how do we go from reporting to cyber awareness?
I'm aware that it's actually kind of far, right? But yes, my chosen beauty with a purpose is cybercrime awareness because for the information of everybody, late last year I was subjected to cybercrime. I was a victim of cybercrime. Being a TV personality, I knew that it had risks of being exposed to people with evil intentions. Out of the blue, someone started messaging me, giving me death threats. I don't know if that's safe to say, but I just want to bring it to the international stage. And I really do believe that this is a national issue that is slowly starting to increase. People from the PNP have told me that cybercrime is the new crime. Because everything's digital now. Everyone is on the digital world. And sadly, I was one of those very many people that was subjected to cybercrime. it was indeed an unforgettable experience. I must say that it was an experience that changed my life. It made me think that I shouldn't take things for granted. But I was able to overcome it because of my support system. And I know not many people are able to overcome that kind of experience. And so I want to be the beacon of hope for them, that if ever they're
I am a singer and host at a local TV show called Let's Group. This is at RJ Bistro at Busitani, Manila. And I am also a graduating organizational communication student at University of the Philippines, Manila. Above all, my main advocacy is tied with my autoimmune disease. It's called hyperthyroidism, which is the oversecretion of the thyroid hormone, which affects the system of the body. So, in short, my resting heartbeat is faster than the other candidates. But I have had this disease for about 5 years now, and I just wanted to show it to the world how one disease should not be limited with your goals in life, and that's why I'm joining this pageant.
You said you're a singer. You like to sing.
Oh yes!
Could we hear?
I was actually expecting you're gonna ask me to sing.
Yes.
It's not gonna be good.
Hopefully. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I'm ashamed. Down and broken on the floor. You're a little late. I'm already told. So
Thank you for that gorgeous voice. So, I mean, musicians are very basic. I want to know how your B1 project is different and how you can, explain it to us.
actually, I would say that my project is actually very common because the issue with healthcare has been pervasive for many years now. So my project is called ACT, Universal Access to Healthcare. Not just for women, not just for children, not just for men also, but for everyone of any gender, race, and country. And hopefully, because with this platform, I will be able to propose my project. I want to implement 3 steps. One is education, and then consultation, and medication. Because I have my disease, which is hyperthyroidism, it's a chronic disease, meaning it's gonna last with a person for a very long time. And I just don't want people to feel like they're alone in this battle, in this journey. It takes a lot on the mental toll of a person, and that's why hopefully with this platform, I'll get to implement Project ACT.
But do you think that healthcare in the Philippines is being inclusive of what you're suffering with? Like, how was your experience with the healthcare in the Philippines, and are we doing enough?
Definitely we could do a lot more because we have millions and millions of Filipinos feeling like they're stranded or they have the fear of doing medical checkups because they won't be supported by anyone other than themselves, and perhaps they don't have the means or the money to have the medication. And so we do need a lot of support. And it's not just with the Philippines, it's also with the other countries. And if we work hand in hand, then we'll be able to make the world a better place.
Let's ask another question.
Hello, Christine. I'm Tracy. I think I met you from way back, probably 2-3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. We trained together, right?
Yes,
So it was online. It was mostly online. Yes. So, could you tell me your experience really getting ready for a national pageant? Have you trained ever since that time from 2 years back? Or is this really your, would you say, this year is your most prepared year?
definitely it's my most preferred year. I actually started training with Aces and Queens way back in 2019. So if we will count, that's about 5 years from now. And the reason why I halted with pursuing the competition, and I've always wanted to join Miss World, was because that was the year that I actually got diagnosed with my disease. I was dealing with a lot of weight fluctuations, mental health problems, and with the advent of the pandemic, I felt like it's just better for me to rest. And so I have been waiting for this competition since last year. Finally, it's here, and definitely I feel more prepared, I feel more determined actually to get it done.
All right, Miss Christine.
One
more question?
You were jokingly about the resting heart rate.
Yeah, it's not a joke, it's actually true.
Yeah, I mean, you seem very optimistic, you seem very positive. Dealing with that condition though, I'm sure it makes you a more resilient person, and I'm sure you learned some lessons in life, and I'm curious in what, for example, personal development, dealing with that condition help you to be here today.
Yes. With me dealing with hyperthyroidism, I was 19, considered young, fit, and healthy. Like I regularly work out. To realize that you can be healthy and be struck with a disease, no matter who you are, no matter if you're prepared or not, no matter if you understand the disease or not, made me realize how much of a lapse there is in the healthcare system. We should encourage people more to get themselves checked, regardless of their age, and of course make it accessible for people to get the check that they need. And in terms of my personality development, it just gave me more will to give back to those who are like me, who have the same condition, or anyone actually with the disease. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Miss Christine. Miss Jewel, clap it up.
From the Queen City of the South, Cebu City. I'm a licensed medical technologist and an aspiring doctor. I play the piano and the violin, and and I'm hoping this is actually my first pageant ever. So I'm hoping to inspire others like me, who's a first timer, to pursue their dreams despite the uncertainties. Thank you.
Yes, girl.
Hi. My hapon.
My hapon.
My gosh, are you related to Aaron Cabaras?
Yes.
I knew it. Same name.
We're batchmates.
We're batchmates. You were student leaders together and we competed in a pageant together.
Yes.
Wow.
And now I'm here.
Your cousin.
My brother.
Okay, so you're Cebu this year. Medical technology is one of the hardest courses to pass. That's my sister's course, and she's currently in
We're classmates, Ron.
Veronica?
Yes.
In
And
CIM?
Bella's. We were in classmates.
Why did you say so? We both play the violin and the piano, just like you. You also want to do. Okay, how does it feel to join your very first pageant, especially in a pageant where Cebu has historically placed very well?
It's actually very nerve-wracking, aside from the fact that this is literally my first pageant. It's so much pressure, but at the same time, like, I just needed to, I need to push myself to pursue this, because I felt like if I want to join this pageant this year, I will never join anything. So I'm here. I'm right here already. So I might as well just push and I'll not limit myself to whatever is right in front of me.
I have another question. Being from Cebu, it's like a gateway to 1,000 journeys. There's so many avenues for you to pursue your creativity, right? I want to know why this world of all of the pageants.
I'm actually, like I said, I'm an aspiring doctor, but I'm currently not in med school yet because I needed to work to support myself. And honestly, the only reason why I want to become a doctor is to help. And the only reason why I'm joining the pageant world is to, since Miss World is my charity, that's why I'll be here. But I told myself, and I even told my team, that if it's not Miss World, I'm not joining, because I want my charity center. And my main advocacy is we're living and working in the Philippines, and I feel like I also worked in the charity sector of the Philippines before, right? And then I resigned, and then now I'm here. And there were it opened my eyes to so many holes in the system. So I want to make sure that if it's not the government, if the way of owning charity or being a charity is not the government, maybe it's through this platform and of influencing people and helping people and giving others.
Okay, last but not least from me, I want to know, how can you explain your Beauty with a Purpose project in the most concrete way possible? Pretend I'm like 3-year-old, or I'm Ronnie.
So, my hope for the homeless campaign basically is to give. I've always met people, the street, the homeless people, and every time I talk to them, it's usually not even food that they ask for or shelter. It's usually someone to talk to. So I feel like something that I can give that's not necessarily material or food, it's my time. It's my time to spend with them. So I feel like that's mainly the focus of my hope for the homeless campaign, is to be there for them. Because they're usually alone, battling the streets all on their own. It's not easy. And I want to be there. I want to let them know that they can talk to someone. That would be.
Yeah.
Hello, Joel. I'm curious, do you speak Bisaya?
Yes. I know.
Oh, okay. Very fluent in Bisaya.
Yes, very.
You're very smart. You're very smart and very charming. And thank you for joining us here. I'm also wondering, did you ever consider joining provincial pageant or even Miss Cebu or Binibining Cebu before joining Miss Philippines?
Yes, I did a bunch of times, but I'm actually based here in Manila now. When I was working in the government, I transferred here, and when I was finishing my exam, so I never really left Manila. It became my second home, and going home to Cebu was like, a vacation and the time with my family, and there was never an opportunity for me to join this Cebu.
I have another question. What's your take on candidates who would like to represent their hometowns even if they don't speak the dialect?
For me, I'm not biased. biased with it because if you're representing something that's supposed to be your hometown, you're supposed to be homegrown. It's something that you should be very familiar. If not very familiar, you should really know. Like it should be part of your roots. So I'm not very comfortable with representing something that I just cannot come from. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
All right. Any more questions from the judges?
Yeah.
I'll just ask a question. So this is unrelated necessarily to the conversation we just had, but nowadays we expect Filipinos to be very relatable, and it's hard to cater to everyone. Everyone is so different. So, thank you so much. So how do you ensure that you are being relatable while at the same time staying true to yourself, being authentic?
Thank you for that question. I love that question. I would say I'm a Bisaya. I'm a very wisdom Bisaya. Aside from that, I was raised by a single mother. That alone, I know I can relate to a lot of people. And I'm also a medical technologist, and I worked for the charity before. So I was a volunteer as a frontliner at some point in my life during COVID. And that really made me connect with people more. And back in high school, I joined programs of immersing myself in different brands. So I know for a fact that when I'm not all brand, I'm a normal person. And I know for a fact that they can relate to me, they can coach me.
All right, Ms. Jewel, thank you again for sharing your life story. Media, it's now your time to take some pictures. We have another beautiful Cebuana here on stage. Again, this is applicant number 15, Miss Krisha Mendoza.
Hello everyone, I'm welcome to International Festival. I'm Krisha as Kulero Mendoza. I just recently turned 19 last April 19, and I am from the province highly known for its diverse culture, the tribe people, particularly known as the Subanen, the Moro, and the local settlers. So something about myself, my second name, which is Benedict, was actually inspired from Pope Benedict, who recently visited here in the Philippines the same year that my mom gave birth to me. So I am actually just a first-year college student, taking a Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. And yeah, I think that I am here to show to everyone that even though my age limits me, although I am just in a young age, I want to prove to everyone that in a young age I can do more and I can do better. So yeah, I hope you view me like that. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You have that aspiring energy. From where does it come from that you want to prove to yourself or to anybody that because you're young, you want to make it?
Yeah, well, actually, people really, most people usually say that I do have a great energy, and that, yeah, I think that pageantry really suits me well because of my energy. Thank you so much for noticing that. And yeah, I think that with my energy, I have met a lot of candidates back there, and that I have made great friends back there. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
still very young. I think you're probably the youngest in the batch. Do you think it's an advantage for you that you have so much energy, youthful vibe? Do you think that would be one of your assets here in this competition?
Well, actually, during my first pageant, which was back at my province, I was only 18 years old, and one of my biggest insecurity, honestly, was my age, and that most of my competitors were like degree holders or like graduates, and but yeah, I have learned a lot that your age does not limit you or does not hinder you from the woman that you want to be with, and that I think that my age is an advantage for me to explore more of my something to learn from and to learn from everything and to explore the world for something that needs to be improved with myself. And yeah, I think that is an advantage for me as well.
All right. There are no more questions from. Oh, there's one more question from Sir Luis.
Hello.
So actually, I am not from the Philippines, so I was not born here, and I'm very interested in your People with a Purpose project, empowering indigenous people in preserving their culture. What are some of the aspects about the culture that you would like to promote and preserve?
Absolutely.
Yes, so when it comes to your People with a Purpose project, what are some of the aspects of the indigenous culture which you would like to preserve?
Well, as I had mentioned earlier, I came from a province highly known for its diverse culture, and that at a young age, I have been given the privilege to really cultivate my knowledge and my experiences, and of course, my interest in culture. And one of the biggest advantage that in living in Zamboanga del Sur is really because of our culture, because we are known for our very vibrant festivals and cultures back there. And then one thing I have learned from my pageant is that cultural people really deserves the best, acknowledgement in the society, and that I want them to have a stand and have a voice for their tribe, for their people, because I think that nowadays in social media, especially in pageantry, I think that it is one of the most or the biggest platform for people to use to be able to acknowledge more about the culture. So yeah, as an aspiring candidate for Miss World, I really want to promote or like empower my Beauty with a Purpose, which is the indigenous people. So yeah.
All right. Thank you, Miss Krisha. Here you have the video.